All right, so this is another episode on Rekkid Talk with Chris of their latest album is great. And so, who we're going to be talking about today is Fiona Apple, Fetch the Bolt Cutters, which came out in 2020. And as I was kind of looking stuff up on online about this album. Turns out that I'm not exactly making an unusual choice. A lot of times I'm going to be picking a little bit more obscure albums. This is definitely not obscure. Um, I have I have it on this nice purple vinyl here. It is um, two LPs with I think 12 or 13 songs. 4, 7, 10, 13 songs. Yeah. And so, um, obviously, Fiona Apple, she's kind of a well known singer songwriter. First came out in probably, I think it was the mid to late 90s when she had her debut album Title, which is the other album by her that I own. And I'll be honest, I mean, I heard her at that point in time. I never really got into her music until a couple of years ago. And I still only have Title and this particular record by her. Um, I think she is somebody. There are three other solo albums that I'll be looking to get as well. Um, and so this was obviously released right when the pandemic hit last year, um, and kind of um, sort of the sound of it. There's a lot of unusual percussion, use of found objects in in a lot of it. I think was recorded in her home, working with GarageBand. Basically, the musicians who helped her, who are also her co-producers, Fiona herself, Sebastian Steinberg, who's been in Soul Coughings, worked with quite a few known people, and has been with her before. Amy Eileen Wood, who is did mainly drums and percussion. Uh, David Garza, as well. Um, and so the credits from the liner notes is sort of all over the place. So you've got Fiona Apple, vocals, piano, Casio drums, percussion, claps, backing vocals, drums, mellotron, metal butterfly, electric drums, timpani, Wurlitzer, Casio, bells, chair. And it's kind of similar for most people. Additional musicians, there's some barking of her dogs. Apparently, she has a lot of dogs because they got credit along the way. Um, and so, um, and this album was successful on the charts, successful with the critics, um, won the Best Alternative Album Grammy and Best Rock Performance for the single called Shamika. Shamika's second song on the album. Third song, the title song, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Um, that and the 10th song, Cosmonauts, are probably my two favorite songs. Um, and so you have kind of themes in this album, brutality, bullying, um, um, anguish, but some dark humor along the way as well. Um, but it is kind of intense. Not um, it's not sort of a happy bouncy sort of album. Um, Again, the critics, you're getting 4 and 5 star ratings from virtually everybody. Uh, top 10 top album list of 2020. This is not usually something I'm going to go through on this channel, but she's number one, Consequence of Sound, Entertainment Weekly, Forbes, Good Morning America, The Guardian, Metacritic, The New York Times, Paste, Pitchfork, The Skinny, Slant, Stereo Gum, Vulture, Rolling Stone, these slackers. Rolling Stone gave her number two on the 50 best albums of 2020. But it seems like most of the people that are making top 10 or top 50 or top 100 album lists of 2020 are ranking her a lot a lot of them at the very top or in their top tens along the way. Commercially, um, we debuting #1 on the rock chart, the U.S. vinyl chart, um, and so all those sorts of things going on with it. Um, so again, latest record is great. Um, Obviously, this is something that was commercially and critically successful, not something that's all that hidden or underground. But I'm going to give her a shout out anyway. Um, and so, if you haven't listened to Fetch the Bolt Cutters yet, I recommend you do so.